Alright guys, if you see that line right there, Joe has literally cracked this piece of steel right here. Now you can see it a little better there that way, going all the way around this iron solid steel tube there. He's just not even steel's gonna hold him back. He's snapping stuff. He snapped a bunch of these springs. Those of you that's been on the channel, you know this spring is not a little spring. It's a heavy duty spring. I'm gonna stick my hand here so you can see how big the spring is. Busted a bunch of these bags, but I can't believe this cracked down here in this solid steel tube here. And it's just going all the way around. We're going to use it. I'm going to have see if I can get the welder to come here tomorrow, spot weld it back around there. But when I tell you Joe can hit, I ain't lying to none of you about it. This kid can hit. Alright guys, we're going to do a 1 and 6 on the Willie bag system. It's a good combo. Alright, good job, son. Good job. That's killing my shoulders. Alright guys, a little introduction to what we're doing and then I'm going to get the mics on. Joe's going to probably get right about here, but he'll be facing here first. And he's going to do about 10 burpees coming up and jumping using the balls of his feet to get a good work and good cardio. And I'm going to use these old pads, so he's probably going to be stuff flying all over the place because he won't have gloves on. And we're going to pop, 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 pop. And then I'm going to give him about a minute rest and we'll move on. So, you want a thing down, son? We'll see you in just a second, folks. Alright guys, here we go. I'm going to swoop the camera down one time. Joe's going to go down there and then come up, finish 10 burpees. Then we're going to do 20 rapid fire hook motions into those old pads and 20 rapid fire 1-2s. So, you ready, son? Feel good about it? You want to wait a minute?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Whenever you're ready. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16, 20. All right, and take you a minute. So we're not, this rate of work is not really stretching it. But is some cardio that we're getting in today. Joe's going to move on. We're probably going to do 3 or 4 sets of this, and then Joe's going to move on with probably the 17 muscle work and the some push-ups, maybe some sit-ups or something. We'll have to see. And stuff's a flying off these things. All right. And Joe, no matter what he's doing, there's a forward movement with him. He'll lean forward and then a foot will come. And that's engineered in the back and in his back of his brain and in his frontal lobe. We move forward. So if you see, we start here and we end up back here, he's moving forward. He just can't stop himself. And that's the way his style is and the way we do things. We're going to have to work on trying to, at some point, just to have it in the tool chest, being able to unload if you get wore down or whatever to the fight going back. Is it working you a little bit?
Yes.
All right. So this just gets the blood going and circulating. Okay. Okay. You getting the stuff all over you?
Yeah.
We'll wipe down when we're done. That was set 2, right? So we'll,
3.
that was the 3rd. Let's do one more. You got something right here on the other side. Yeah. There you go. You got it. We're going to do one more. And again, we're just getting the ball rolling. We don't have the reflex bag. Joe broke the solid steel tube towards probably about 60% going down, 40% up on it. I'm gonna have to get a welder to come out here and re-weld this thing, or weld that brake shut. He just snapped that big steel tube right into. I tell you guys, he can hit. I surely mean it. You're in the U.S. and in the amateurs, and you fall in his weight category, you're near him, you're gonna get knocked out, no matter who you are. And then it's going to be on to the pros. Okay. Twelve, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good job. All right, so we'll be back. that got the blood moving a little bit, and we'll be back with what we got in just a second. Alright guys, we're going to move on. What you going to do first?
I'm thinking in doing 17-point work.
Alright.
With push-ups, so everything right in.
Right in together. Okay, so you'll see what he's doing. He's going to go, it's going to be a little bit of a squat in this that you'll see, and give this a shot. It will build you. It'll work everything. It's good for you to do. You guys keep in mind, I'm about as old as Salt. Seen it all. I know what works and what's doomed to failure. These 30-something, 40-something-year-old guys, they're trial and erroring it in the U.S. with our professional boxers, and they are dooming themselves to failure. They're dooming the fighters to failure. And the Olympic team, I'm not going to even get started on. They are the worst in the world. And when I say Boxing USA is the worst in the world, I mean it. It literally is the worst in the world. Got so many advantages, and have decided to be woke. They're not training as hard as the women's badminton team trains, and steadily shocked. I hear these promoters say, oh no, it's because everybody's going for money. That's not it at all. The good guys are not chosen to be on these teams. They're giving out consistent bad decisions against the people who should be representing the country, because they don't want them there. They don't want a young, tough man representing for the U.S. They want a woke, weak, braided idiot to be representing for the U.S. And we got to weed these people and get them out and get boxing back in order in the U.S. And literally, really, folks, I was against this Dana White thing and that Zuffa or whatever they're calling it. I'm leaning more to that direction, because at least Dana White expects men to be strong men. And the rest of these jive-ass turkey promoters in the U.S. aren't worth their weight in salt. I would allow Joe to sign with the English promoter, probably. I'll tell you somebody I'd take a chance to go with. I can't remember the name of his boxing promotion, but that Paul boy, I'd give that a shot and give that a chance. In other words, I'd go outside the box. Maybe I'd take a chance with Frank Warren or that other guy in England. That guy's living and dying. The other guy in England's living and dying with Anthony Joshua, so I know he'd love Joe to death. As far as Frank Warren goes, he loves head crackers, so he'd love Joe to death as well. And whoever we go with, we're just going to have to get them to leave us the hell alone and let us do our thing in preparation outside of the ring, and let us do our thing inside the ring. We're a fickle bunch up in here. Joe's telling me earlier today he's seen all these Mexicans up there and in his house in the U.S. waving those flags, and he said the next fighter that's waving a American flag, I'm gonna crush it in the ring. We're just getting sick of it. So you heard that, Mexico. If you can get somebody in a high enough weight class to challenge Joe, doors open to you. We'll take that flag that you sitting in the USA, reaping all the benefits of the US, the security, all the good stuff, and waving that filthy Mexican corrupt flag. Joe'll be happy to stick it up your ass. If you're offended by that, be offended, because there ain't nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You come out of the hood of Compton or Baltimore or wherever the hell ever, Houston, and think you a tough guy. If you aren't working, Joe will beat your ass, ghetto boy, and I will be standing there telling your mother, I will not apologize to you, ma'am. Your son was not in shape. Simple process. We've seen it all down here. The drive-bys, the shootings, the knife fights, the stabbings, the machete attacks. You little hood boys ain't got nothing for us. You just think you do. Because your mean, testosterone-ridden, big-mouth mama has brainwashed you into thinking you some kind of tough guy. Or the effeminate neighborhood gang you hang around with has got you to thinking you tough. Going on other little effeminate black boys, not facing a fight head on because you ain't got no manlyhood about you. Yeah, we'll be happy to show you. We're down here in Colombia right now where we really do not want to be, where we don't like it. But look right here, what's hanging out here? That's a Colombian flag, folks. And I wouldn't dare go to raising the US flag getting up in people's faces here. Now notice Joe pulls his elbows in a little more and puts them out a little more from sets to sets. It works more, works a better area for you. How many sets you got, son?
I got 3.
You gonna do one more?
Another 3.
He's gonna do another. He's gonna do another 3 sets. So. 17 years old, built like a M1A1 Abrams tank, and you woke folks up there in the U.S. that's been eating pizzas and doing Arby's and McDonald's and Burger King. You grew up on that, and you think you're gonna be able to correct something about yourself and go up against this? It ain't happening. You're gonna think you can, but you're gonna be attitude adjusted right quick. We're not doing this sport to be the nice guys, the most liked, and all these things. We're doing this because we enjoy beating people up. And for the past 60 years, I've enjoyed the hell out of banging heads. And now it's Joe's turn. We enjoy it. It's a good way to get justice. You can get it legally inside the ring. You can make political statements in the ring. You can make social statements in the ring. Everywhere from economic to immigration to all this woke fag nonsense that's going around all the time, and we're not doing it. We don't like those things, and we're going to make statements against what we don't like. We're going to do it in the ring. I'm going to force you people to listen. And if you notice there, he's just lightly touching his backside on that stool there. And don't ever get to where you're thinking you're knowing what we're doing, because we just show a fraction of what we do online. We often get asked, well, why are y'all so mean? We're so mean because we've been told we have to tolerate other people's bad behavior. What behavior?
Animalistic behavior.
Animalistic behavior, because that's what it is. You're right. And we're not playing that game. What you got left, son?
2 more sets?
2 more.
Oh, this thing's killing me.
It's killing him now. It's working on him. And now when he's done with this, because there's some weight work involved in it, push-ups I consider heavy calisthenics as well. We don't jump rope, none of that, because you don't want to spread that muscle acidity throughout your body. You want it to set with your muscles. So as a cool down, we'll go walk Rocky, who you see in the background there at the doorway. We'll walk him across the street at the park. And amazing how all this work is getting to working now. There's all these muggings, and we just had a machete attack over there Saturday morning. Muggings, knife attacks, all sorts of stuff. But when we go out there, it's never no trouble. never no trouble. The criminal or the animal watches what he's doing because a bigger animal is there. It's the law of the zoo on the streets. Good job, son. Seen a video earlier today. I can't remember the guy's name, but if it comes to me, I'll tell you. He's kind of affiliated with Ben Shapiro guy, whom we detest. Louder with Crowder, Stephen Crowder. You got to look at the video he put out today and the disgusting things that these people that are coming into our countries are doing, from England to France to Germany to Canada to the U.S., and these dirty rotten dogs that have allowed all this filth into our countries. A guy from Africa comes over, gets on the beach in the Riviera or wherever, I think it's in Nice, France, if that's a coastal city. People in Europe save for years and years and years to be able to take a vacation there in the south of France and those beautiful beaches. A lot of people got the misfortune of seeing an African pull his pecker out and start masturbating in front of all the children on the beach, and nobody went over there to correct this animal, and don't even feel like they can say anything about it because of these woke leftist communist trash. And we're not going to have it around us. Damn Afghani, I believe it was in the U.S. out there graping, because you can't say the word, goats till he kills goats, and says, well, it don't make no difference, it's just an animal. These people are sick and they don't need to be allowed into, they don't need to be in a civilized society. And my message to blacks and whites in the U.S., we need to stick together like glue and ensure that these people are exited from our country. You need to quit listening to, we're all victims to those people, and we need to quit being victims. I tell blacks all the time, African Americans, friends, family members, yes, I have many African American family members, and I'm constantly telling them, hey, don't live your life as a victim. Stand up, be strong, be tough. And black and white Americans need to stick together, and we need to get the riffraff out of our country. It's just as simple as that. black culture ain't going to be fixed till that happens. White culture is not going to be adequately fixed to be able to keep producing all these great inventions, all this stuff, economic healthiness and everything else, till we, number one, get the people out that they've allowed to come in, and number two, make these people that have allowed it to happen that they are goners. And who would be they? They could mean anybody from the sitting president to Al Sharpton. Anybody that's selling you a false bill of goods, they got to go. And it transcends color. All these race hustlers will make victims out of the black community. They're brainwashing white people. The worst enemy we have is a white liberal, because they're the ones that are doing the brainwashing. And these people that are up over all of it, that have come up with all this, that have instituted all these things, the Jays, which I can't even say that online, but that group, the Jays, have caused it all, and we should make them all go. The Jays should be in Israel. There's no reason other than a North American Indian, a black man and a white man, to be living in the U.S. We should have some people from all other places. That's a great thing. It's wonderful. But as far as just opening the door and letting all this riffraff in, these damn Indians, and putting them behind the wheels of 18-wheelers and letting them take people out all over the highway and stuff, no. So anyway, you stand for that stuff, you waving a foreign flag, you in the U.S., we're going to crush you. I'm going to give the referees a warning. When you see Joe go on it, stop the fight. You might have somebody that won't be on the earth no more. That's how serious this thing is with us. That's how hard he hits. That's what we're about. And if you ain't about it, you don't need to belong in boxing. So we'll see you tomorrow again with something else. Remember, with all our faults, our King is Jesus Christ up in this house. And we hope he is up in your house.